Good evening. Let me introduce myself to y'all. My name is BoHanna, and at the age of 16, I received a defective life sentence in the state of Florida. A defective life sentence means that the sentence that you receive will exceed your life expectancy. I had 30 years for count one running wild, which is consecutive, with 20 years with count two. 15 years count three, running wild with count two and one. Count three was 15 years running consecutive, and count four was 15 years running consecutive. But I didn't lose hope. I stayed focused. I kept my faith. It wasn't always easy. Yeah, my first 10, 11, 12 years, I was wilding. What you expect from a kid in the belly of the beast? All I know was survival. And I did whatever it took to live. 10 toes down, not 10 toes up. I wasn't giving up. I just was wild. I didn't know no better. And one thing I know for sure, when the student ready, the teacher always gonna appear. My teacher went by the name of Bo Gator. He pulled my coat one day and said, "Young blood, listen, Hannah B, if you continue going down the path that you're going down, it's gonna be destruction. You're gonna lose your will to live, you're gonna become institutionalized, and you're gonna be subject to putting yourself in a position where you're gonna lose your hope, you're gonna lose your drive, you're gonna lose your passion, and you're gonna be stuck behind these walls for the rest of your life." You say in the world that we live in is competitive. And the only way you're gonna be able to compete, you're gonna have the proper resources. And the resource that you're first gonna need is education. Knowledge is freedom. And that's the only way you're gonna get out. What I do, I got my GED. Once I got my GED, it set off this passion, it set off this bell in my head that I can do this, that I am somebody. I felt good about myself. The next step I did, I got a trade in plumbing. Wow. Sky was the limit. And then I got my vocation trade in welding. Yeah, I was a late bloomer. I ain't gonna make no excuse, but it's never too late. The day you stop learning is the day you die. I ain't want to die in prison. I refuse to die in prison. I refuse to lose my will to live. I refuse to give up my faith. I knew that it was a part two to my life story, that my life was not going to end in no chain gang. So I fought back. I fought hard. I jumped on that road of redemption. Yeah, it came with a price. It came with blood, sweat, and tears. But I got it done. I stayed strong. I learned to love myself. I fell in love with myself. There's no love greater in this earth than self-love. Only thing that's greater than self-love is the love of God, who gave his only begotten son to die, to die for our sins. Love covers a multitude of sins. Love is the most powerful force on this planet. And I love y'all because people loved me. I ain't going to give up on you because they didn't give up on me. I want to tell somebody who's about to commit suicide. I want to talk to the one who's about to throw in the towel. I want to tell you today to be encouraged. That tough time don't last always. Tough people do. I want to tell you, I know for a fact, if you make it through the night, tomorrow will be a brighter day. I want to tell you that I know for a fact that if you make it through the tough times, it's triumph at the end. It was triumph for me. I had a praying mama who believed in me. I had got turned down from appeal after appeal, parole after parole. My mother got stronger. She prayed harder. She knew what God had promised her. She knew and believed that God's word could not come back void. And that was that she was not going to die before I got out of prison. And let me tell you, man, I stayed right. I got right. And then when that ruling came, that juvenile could no longer receive life for homicide, non-homicidal charges, I was free. I walked out them prison gates July the 9th, 2017. And when I walked out and came to Miami, Florida, and walked through that door, yes, I didn't know at the time, but my mother had stage 3, all-time and dimensional. But with her will to live, she fought it. She fought it with an iron-clawed fist. And that's why we called her the Iron Lady. When she hugged me, I felt nothing but love and passion. I felt because all the years she went from prison to prison, from the keys to the tree. But here I come, the prodigal son. I was there. I was in her face. And when she hugged me, I knew she hadn't gave up the ghost, that she was ready to receive her wings, that she was through. Her mission was accomplished. 4 months later, November the 5th, 2017, she was called home. She laid down to rest, but she seen in my eyes that I was second to none. She knew that I come to play for keeps, that I wasn't going to fall short, that I wasn't going to make no fake, flunky, junky move, that I was out here to compete with the proper resources. She went home in peace. And let me tell you something else, man. God don't use what you lost to bless you. He lose what you got left. Soon after my mama put in the ground, I received a phone call that there's a possibility that I had a daughter. I said, what? Me? Who? Yeah, it went down. The DNA test confirmed that I had a daughter, 28 years old, a beautiful daughter, an 8-year-old grandson. Let me tell you something, man. God is good, and God got it. You know, I know my mom always told me, find you something to lean on. If you feel like you're going in a rut, find you something to give you the strength. Find you something that encourage you. What encouraged me was Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord all thy heart. Lean not to thy own understanding. And all thy ways acknowledge him. He'll direct their path. Psalms 27:1-2. The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord has strengthened my life. Whom should I be afraid? And if you're listening to the sound of my voice and you can see this video, you'll know that God is good. I'm free. 28 years. I'm free. 10 toes down. I hold on to my will to live. I kept my eyes to the hills was coming my help. My help came from the Lord who made heaven and earth. He brought me through another day's journey. I'm free. So whoever you will, don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. A change gonna come. Be encouraged. Take one day at a time. Hold on to God's unchanging hand. I'm telling you, he'll do it. I'm telling you, he will do it. I know he will. He did it for me. He'll do it for you. Peace.